That's right. It's the first night that we're trying to get all the cameras. Hello. I'm sure we're going live here. We're just going to turn all the cameras on. So in the future, let's turn on the YouTube camera first.
There's a remote.
Do you know how to hit record? There's a remote? This is a remote for this camera?
Yes.
Wow, cool.
I guess it's the round in the middle records. Probably should have checked this ahead of time.
I did last night, but you're doing it now, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, it looks like it's recording. It's recording.
I opened up this window and this door here too. I'm hot.
You having a hot flash already? Okay. Let's try and get all the cameras going. Is this one live? Hello? Yep, that's live.
Yep, this
Great.
is live too. This is Instagram.
Great. Where else are we going to share this
check
sucker?
the angle of the
Can we
camera.
share this thing?
That's the issue here.
We're going to need a team. We're going to need to teach Nancy how to do this.
Yeah.
All right. So wait a minute. If I can go on is my phone available? No, my phone's doing that one. Whew. I am just so confused.
What do you need?
I was trying to figure out how to share it. All right. So first thing I should do is I should get the water going no matter what. What's that, Stace?
I said I told you I had to share it.
Yeah, you did. Let's get this water going. So hey everybody, if you're just joining us, I said water, and you're like, that was some brown water. Well, it's because it's not really water. We'll get to that. We decided in 2023 we're going to do a live cooking show every night in this kitchen on Monday nights. And then sometimes I'll do surprise cooks and stuff like that, but here's the plan. We're going to pick 23 recipes. We're going to make them all twice each. We're going to do them live. We're going to have a Patreon attached to this whole thing and all sorts of stuff. Lots of things in the brain at the same time. But we're gonna publish our second book. Stacy's ducking underneath. We're gonna publish our second book, and it's gonna be a cookbook, and it's all we do is delicious. And I wanted to be accountable for this book that people have asked for. Now keep in mind, everything we do, well, we'll talk about that part. Everything we do is delicious. All we do is delicious. All we do is delicious. Too many cameras to look at the same time. You're killing me right now, Stacy. So please, the show should be, I don't know, we'll see. Every week we'll decide how long we want to be on. I should probably put that on high. Oh, it's just going to be a party every week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to have a party online every week and cook dinner. Oh, we're going to move that camera? Oh, it's on a little bit of an angle. Careful, you're going to slip off. Okay.
Okay,
So tonight's glass is going to feature glass. Everybody knows I like glasses and buns. Tonight's glass to kick off the first show was given to me by my sister Nicole for my 50th birthday, and it is a pewter vintage 1972 Perfection glass featuring Stacy's favorite
perfection.
Basil Hayden. There goes Stacy. Anyway, so tonight is a learning experience. Every week is going to be a learning experience. If you don't know who I am, let me introduce myself. Hi, if you don't know who I am, let me introduce myself. I'm Bond, James Bond. Now, I'm a famous tap dancer who's watching his wife run back and forth and his mother over here. I'm a famous tap dancer who, man, I got really sick when I was I was a performer for years. I performed in all 50 states, a couple of countries. Opened up a Stevie Wonder, now they call Earth, Wind and Fire, all sorts of crazy things. Anyway, I got really sick, and I was starting to bleed internally, and all sorts of weird things happened to me, and eventually I discovered that food was my prescription, hence my wife and I wrote a book. She's a famous dancer too. We wrote a book called Food is a Prescription. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, it's on Goodreads. You can download it to your what's that thing called? Say it again, Mom.
Kindle.
Kindle. Line. Can I get a line? Kindle. You can download it to your Kindle. Hey there, Stacy. What's up? Ah, is this the recipe for tonight? Yeah. So tonight we're making chicken tonight we're making chicken cutlet. She says blah 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 because we're gonna do this fun thing live, but then we're gonna let people in. So like we're gonna have a Patreon, right? So if you want to join our Patreon, you go to patreon.com/Loca LOCA Loca Foods gluten free. Loca Foods gluten free. Anyway, that's how I got healthy. I cut gluten out and a couple of other things, which we'll get to over time. But the Patreon is going to be like, there's going to be different levels. There's $5 if you want to be like a silent supporter. There's a $25 that you get every week when we do Monday Night Live, the Tuesday before the cook. You will get the recipe and the shopping list. So if you want to cook with us, on a Monday night. You can cook us. You can cook us on a Monday night. If you want to cook us, cook us. Just cook with us. Right, and that's the hashtag we're going to use. Cook with us. Hashtag cook with us. My voice changed right. Hashtag cook with us. My mother's desperately going to try to hide her cough the whole time. It's okay. Oh, you know what I forgot?
What?
Hold on, I have to go off screen for a minute. I forgot something very, very important.
What?
Hold on.
Okay. Hi. I'm still here. We're here. I believe Anthony started the rice. Did you put in salt and...
Hold on, I want to weigh my...
Okay, did you put in salt and oil?
Nope.
That's why I was sitting here. Okay.
A little bit of salt, which I wasn't sure we were going to use because of the broth. Right.
I mean...
So the broth. Let's go back to that. Well, let's talk
a little bit less.
Let's finish this conversation. So the different things on the Patreon, there's going to be like a premium supporter, premium plus, and over the top, all different things. And one of the things that'll be different for your experience, if you don't want to just do this live with us or watch this on YouTube, we'll send you
the recipe.
The recipe
We'll
ahead of
send
time.
you some.
And the shopping list, right?
Shopping list.
And you follow on TikTok because we're going to go shopping during the week, and it'll be attached to our the tickety.
So it's
and if you follow us on the tickety, then you'll know what we buy. Yeah. And the TikTok is my name, Anthony Locascio. It's my name. Okay. What were you saying?
I was saying that it depends on the level of patron you become, what your benefits are. So Anthony gave you the link before. If you want to check it out, go check it out. You can be a silent supporter if you want. You can be a supporter and you get certain things, and then there's 3 more levels after that and you get some things.
Yeah. The timer's on for 15 minutes for this. So, the rice we make. This is because of my sister-in-law, Deborah, right? Deborah, we call her Deborah. She makes her own broths and stocks at home. Mm-hmm. So she takes. We talked about this. If you saw the fish salad episode, we have this frozen bowl. This is the frozen bowl of things. And in the frozen bowl of things, every time we chop something, if there's like skins or an end or something like that, it goes into the frozen bowl. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly how we make it because that's one of the levels of the Patreon. You could just use water in your rice, but all we do is delicious. And when you're making stuff that's gluten-free, soy-free, corn-free, and dairy-free, people are automatically going to make jokes. Can you imagine? They make jokes about your health like that. They just don't understand the severity of it or, you know, what it does to you or doesn't do you. Anyway, that video or that behind the scenes, how to make that broth, we'll do in one of our, I call them proprietary videos, but they're exclusive videos. Like, we're going to do a bunch of exclusive videos, and they include the pizza bread flour dough that we make, our seasoned rubs. So when we cook something, we'll tell you, make your own seasoning. We'll give you suggestions. Or you can make the exact one that we're making that's absolutely delicious. So yeah, that's a different level on the Patreon. And this cool thing with Patreon now, you get merchandise. Like, Stace, right? Is that what we figured out? Like, you get merchandise on Patreon now.
Yeah.
So if you join the Patreon, like, after being...
to work it out.
Yeah, we're still trying to finish it up because we have to wait for them to do something, right? But when
we wanted a sample.
We wanted a sample because we want to see the quality. But if you stay at least 3 months, then they have different gifts depending on your level. Like a mug at the $15 level, a t-shirt at this level, a sweatshirt at the over-the-top supporter level, which includes a copy of the digital cookbook when it comes out. All right. So I have on my list here, everyone has a story. If anyone has a story they want to share with us, please do that. Stacey, would you like me to share any of your story, or you want to save your story? Or are you doing the catch up with other people?
I'm trying to share things.
Right, okay, no problem. Okay.
I'm not going to be able to do that.
Okay, got it. So how did we get here?
How did you get to Monday night dinner?
Oh, you want to know about Monday night dinner? My mother wants me to talk about. So how did we get here? We wrote the book. We both changed our health. We have all sorts of things. We decided this year for 2023 we were going to cook live online, but how are we going to do that? What it was going to be all about? So we decided to do Monday night dinner. And the reason why we picked Monday night is because it is a thing in my family. Growing up, everyone, what was the deal, Mom?
Everyone everyone is busy on the weekends.
Everyone's busy on the weekend. You want to come tell me the story? Will you come tell me the story?
In an Italian family, you always go back home on Sunday for Sunday sauce.
Okay, hold on. Let me pause it. Did you pause that or did I pause it?
I didn't touch it.
So when you go home for Sunday sauce, it interrupts your weekends. And let's face it, you work all week, you need some downtime. So I felt the best thing to do was give back Sundays to my children and ask them if they wanted to come and have Monday night dinner.
Was it also because wrestling was on that night?
No, it had nothing to do with my wrestling, but it did have to do with just giving back to my children their time, because I know how difficult it is when you work all week. So that's how we established Monday night dinner.
Yeah, and you've done it at different times with different people. And we're going to eat the Monday night dinners that I make here after we cook with you online. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. Anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, tonight is a learning experience. So we definitely want to get feedback from people, and we're going to see exactly how long can we be live cooking. I think I should start the chicken cutlets. All right, cool. So the trick is I need an assistant when I start doing that part. And I don't have an assistant yet.
Oh, I'm trying.
That's okay. This is like the other night.
I think I have to do Instagram from Instagram.
Okay.
And
no problem. Do Instagram
that's
from
part of the
Instagram.
learning process.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to be. That's part of the learning.
Now, someone asked me, why is it valuable to, why is this cooking like this valuable? Besides all the health benefits. I mean, it cleared up my skin, I stopped from bleeding, I lost 35 pounds. Aside from the health benefits, hold on, I gotta focus on, you know what I didn't practice, Stacy?
Cracking eggs?
No, talking and cooking at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Tap dancing and talking at the same time, easy. I can tap and talk, no problem. Cooking?
It's called
Tasking.
Multitasking?
Thank you.
Oh boy.
I'm going to go out and say within 2 months. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Well, I was talking about the value. It's the ADHD brain that's going to work against me. I was talking about the value. It took a long time for me to learn how to cook like this. And to make it delicious and to get it all right. Because there is that stigma, I said. That people say, oh, what do you eat? Air? Or it doesn't taste good? Or it's... Yeah. Mom, how's my gluten-free cooking?
Yummy.
I fool people all the time. I don't tell them it's gluten-free until after they compliment it. And then I tell them not only is it gluten-free, it's soy-free, it's corn-free,
most of the time.
dairy, and most of the time dairy-free. Where's those chickens at?
I'm working.
Cool. I'm going to cut the chicken in a second. We use, again, we're going to talk more about brands depending on what level Patreon you're at, but we use specific brands. That took a long time to figure out what brands we liked or were consistent and sustainable.
You're going to have to move that over there.
What? This? You want me to cut over there? You want me to show them me cutting the chicken?
Yeah, that's what I was
All right, let me show you me cutting the chicken. Okay, so I'm going to take the tenders, right? And I'm going to make those their own. Boom. One. I don't know if you can see, Stace, because...
All right. I thought I tried to set it up in a way that...
Don't show the brands. Keep them secret.
Here, give me the oil. I'll take it over here. Did you start heating the pan yet?
Nope. We can start heating the pan. All right, so I got my chicken. I'm going to just cut off the 2 tenders. They're nice and easy. Then, I like to... I'm going to cut them this way.
He likes to fillet.
I do. Plus, I mean, when you have...
It cooks faster, more evenly.
Right, exactly. And I'm feeding 4 people too, so...
Yeah.
I want there to be more pieces that could go with the rice. If you get 2 big breasts, it's great. That's perfect. Cool. Now we're going to pop those in here, right?
Yep.
Great. Now, this is another thing that's a proprietary. I can't say the word.
Proprietary.
Proprietary. Say it one more time. Proprietary. Everyone, together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Proprietary. Good job. Is the flowers that we make. Yes, I don't want to keep my back.
Okay.
I'm just going to stand here the rest of the time like that. Yeah. All of a sudden, I've become...
And then you just toss it around
Austin Powers.
It's like, you know, you remember the old commercials? I don't want to say the brand because it's a yucky brand, but, you know, it's Shake and Bake, and I'm Hale. That commercial. Right? She had such a southern accent, that actress.
Crack up.
It's Shake and Bake.
That was my favorite thing. When I was a kid, I used to wait all year to do the recital at Joe Stanford Dance Studio.
To hear Nancy laugh in the audience?
Well, no, because I knew I was going to find her in the audience the first time something funny happened that I was on stage for, because our shows were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I know everybody said that, but I mean, you don't become like what I've got to do unless you had some good training when you were a kid. I had some damn good training when I was a kid. Joe Stanford, thank you very much, sir. Michael, I appreciate it. Natalie, JoJo. Who else was in that crew? It was a good time.
All right. Well, that was actually more seasoning than it looks like we need.
Perfect. I'd rather have a little bit more than not enough. I'd always rather have a little bit more than not enough. Now, my grandmother used to heat up the pan before she cooked. So here's another thing.
She put the oil in.
Here's another one that I didn't think of.
What's that? Oh, the fan?
The fans. When we
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. We don't want
to shut the fans off if they want to hear you, know.
We'll work it out. We'll get there. Like I said, tonight is a learning experience. We're all learning. You're learning about us. We're learning about you.
If you're tuning in now or later, and you have an experience with the fan noise, and if you can or can't hear us, or whatever the fact may be, please let us know.
Oh, yeah, that
so we
makes
can
sense.
try to adjust.
Yeah. So, you have the oil already? I went over there looking for I didn't even know what I was looking for.
Is this the oil that you want, or do you
Yeah.
want
No, let's use that oil. We use an oil with a high smoke
Avocado
point.
oil.
Tonight's avocado, sometimes it's olive oil. You know, put enough in there, like an eighth, get like an eighth and an inch in the pan. We're both gonna watch. See, this is what I do when I'm regular cooking. I stare at it. But you can't do that. My grandmother used to get the pan hot first, and that's what we do. We get the pan, that's bingo. It's beautiful. Stacy, it's amazing. So, finishing up I have written up there, everyone has a story. I started with a famous tap dance, but I never really answered that. So, Stacy and I have a company called Tap Life Company, #Tap Life. You can look that up on YouTube, you can find us. We have a show called Sounds of a Tap Life. We have a couple of music videos. We have our music video Eyes and Lucky to Be Alive with Frank Persico. Anyway, that's Tap Life. But prior to that, I was in a show called Tap Dogs. I'm the 34th guy out of 87 people to have ever done the show in the world. And it's the longest run. It was the longest running tap show? Tap dance show? Something like that. International hit.
Are
Huge.
you asking?
Because I've heard that
Sounds like you're
stat.
asking.
I've heard that stat, but I don't know how to verify. Anyway, yeah. So I am about to fry the chicken. So now, here's the thing. We're doing chicken cutlets. When I was a kid, I loved chicken cutlets. You had to have breadcrumbs on them, blah, blah, blah. But here's what we learned while writing the book from the subscription and just cooking journey is, as long as it's delicious, people won't care. And you can't try to recreate, have the exact things that you used to love. You have to find new things to love. In addition, you can get really good at satisfying cravings. And that's what this does. Just flouring the chicken with the seasoning that we make and putting in the egg and popping it in, it opens up so many opportunities, so many things. Like now you have floured chicken. You could make chicken, chicken parmesan with it. You could make just regular chicken cutlets with like we're doing playing tonight. We could
make
do
our own Chinese food.
Yes, like we learned how to make our own Chinese food from that. Like I'm from New York. Chinese food is like, Chinese food. Oh yeah. Everybody has the best. I got the best place. You got who's got the best? You got the best. I got the best. You got the beat, boom. Because it's so good. I mean, I know it's Americanized Chinese food. I'm not, but are you gonna just laugh? Am I entertaining them or am I entertaining you?
Everybody.
I'm entertaining everybody. All right. Anyway, let's get some. This looks like it's ready to go. So what I was gonna say is, I'm not the only famous dancer here. You have a history as well. You have, for the people who know us from dance, you have some pedigree teachers, and you did a really special show. I don't know. So, but this is also about telling my story. I didn't get all the way into the depth of the sick part for me, but I know that you have your own. You changed food before we even met.
Issues growing up. So, but it was never really pinpointed per se. When I was a baby, I was diagnosed with mast cell disorder, but usually those things go dormant, you know, at some point, and I feel like it did. Dairy always plagued me, my whole life.
Dairy?
Yeah.
My brother and
When I
sister
was
are
a
lactose
baby,
intolerant.
yeah.
I don't know what that really means, but
When I was
that's
a baby, they put me on soy formula, Similac, and I mean, soy was different than it is
all
now.
food was different then. Let's be
And,
realistic.
You know, it was just different. I could eat dairy a little bit, but when I had like too many dairy things, that's when it started to bother me.
Too many dairy things?
Too many, like in a close proximity to each other.
And if you're cooking with us right now while Stacy's telling that story, all I'm doing is dipping the egg and then into the pot.
Yep.
So dairy was always a problem.
Yeah. And you know, wheat bread became the thing, and then margarine became the thing.
Parfait.
Right? And my mom and my grandma always followed the trends. Whatever they were told to follow, that's what they did. They just did it because they thought that was what was best. So that's how I grew up.
Marketing is convincing.
Yeah, well, and when your government tells you that that's what you should do,
you mean
and you want to be a good
the
citizen,
food pyramid?
Yeah. And or, well, here's the new market research, you know.
Right.
Butter is bad for you. Here, have this alternative.
But we have a solution.
Yeah.
We discovered this problem. We also
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
And so, you know, they just always think that they're doing whatever is good in the moment. And then, as usual, we find out.
Well,
we find out and do better as we know better.
People say things change, you know, but...
Yeah. I think the quality of our ingredients changed too, so I'm sure
yes.
at some point it was okay.
So how is this affecting you?
Well, that's this.
Yep.
I mean, you know, wow. Several years later, here's more real quick.
Got it.
I started having more stomach issues. I went into GIs and things almost my whole life, every now and then. Finally, I found somebody who could help me. I went to
Stacy,
nutritionist,
GI.
gastroenterologist.
Gastroenterologist. Thank you.
I found a nutritionist that could help me through a friend of mine in theater, and I went there, and it basically, I never looked back after that. I changed my diet, and here we are.
and now you're cooking in some stranger's kitchen.
Stranger.
How many years you married?
Yeah, right?
We know each other for 7 years.
How many years are you married?
8? We know each other 8 years? 3 years?
Wait, stop. Listen to the question that your mom asked.
How long are we married? 3 years?
Yeah, but you said that you were still on the how long have we known each other. I thought that's what it sounded like. 8 years, 3 years. We were married in 2019.
We
So
are.
3.5
We still
years.
are. 3.5 years?
19. Wow.
Crazy, right?
That went fast, huh?
Very fast.
Yeah, time is going fast. Speaking of time going fast, it's almost 5:30.
I know.
How we doing over here?
Well, we're waiting some more because there's
All right,
more.
so I want to rattle off, because once the chicken cutlets are done,
Yeah.
we're taking them upstairs and going to eat.
Yeah.
So I want to rattle off a couple things. Stacey, stand here and look pretty.
Oh, I was going to get out the PS that was this song.
Oh, that's right. That'll be a proprietary video too.
When we plate our rice, the herb butter will go on top of it.
Yeah. Well, actually, we should put it under it maybe this time.
Whatever you
Or
want.
in it. I don't know, whatever we want. We'll get creative. I wanted to
When the
rattle
chicken is
off.
done, yeah.
Will you tell me the things that are on that list so I can
Sure.
talk about them right real quick?
100%. You gotta check the rice.
Uh-huh.
The herb butter is up there.
The butter, right. So we get a stick of butter, we put some herbs in it. And then, oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you check it?
Let's just give it, as we're finishing this out, we'll just let it, what's up?
You wanna turn off the flame?
No, I don't.
No.
No, I just want to let it, I want to
Okay.
let it go for another minute. You
Okay.
want me to set a time, no?
So, then we have loca flour.
Oh, right, the local flour. Let me tell you, that took a while to figure out. The local flour is awesome. This is the one, which supporter is this? Which level?
You get
Premium?
this at the,
Premium,
yes.
right? At the premium level.
premium support.
All right, that's really good. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So you'll get the herb butter as one of the videos. Go ahead.
Oh, you mean what we're doing for today?
No, just in general. What are the ones we're going to do over the year? Like, this is
Okay.
episode 1. Like, I want to talk about what we got
for
planned.
today, you get the herb butter and the chicken flour seasoning.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
And then what else?
Outside of
the
that,
local flour. So the local
right.
flour,
Yeah.
that was a big win because that allowed us to start baking 1-to-1. Right, Stace?
Mm-hmm.
Total baking 1-to-1 with regular flour. So it opened up so many recipes for us to use, and it allowed us to discover more about baking this way and just how successful we could be with it. For that, we're done. Okay, great.
And then we have tortillas.
Oh my God, they're fantastic. That's a recent find too.
Yes, it is.
See, once we started, like the doughs, the flours are a big deal. Once you get your flours right, and we think we need 2 flours in our kitchen that we mix. You know, we have a bunch of flours we mix, but we mix them into 2 things. Our breadish, doughish flour, and then our other one is our baking flour for cookies and cakes and muffins. We're gonna make blueberry muffins.
Speaking of breadish, doughish flour, the pizza/bread flour.
That just makes me so happy to pizza.
All of our seasonings. So our pork rub, our beef stew mix, our chicken seasoning, our Loca Bay seasoning, our taco seasoning, making your own breadcrumbs.
You know, it was funny, our taco seasoning,
shrimp
somebody
seasoning.
said, what's in your taco seasoning?
Yeah.
It was an undisclosed
Can you turn it down a little?
famous friend.
Just a little. It was disclosed what? The taco seasoning?
Yeah, we sent it to our friend Tina, who knows good taco seasoning. Let's just say she knows good taco seasoning. And when I told her the ingredients, she was like, really? So
Yeah.
I'm excited about that one too.
Yeah. And then we have our butternut squash soup, which we turn into lasagna.
Yes, it's Nancy's butternut squash soup.
We're gonna do the lasagna as the main Monday night dinner.
And that
cook,
one's a vegan
but
one, right?
the butternut squash soup part that we use for it is gonna be proprietary.
Right. We'll make the lasagna one night with everybody.
Yeah.
And you can use your own sauce if you want. Do your own thing. We're going to use our sauce. That's the idea.
An exclusive video is the sauce and balls.
Yes, the sauce and balls. We're going to make my mother sauce with some meatballs. Maybe I need you back down here for that.
I believe
night.
we have a cheesecake.
We might do that one
crust.
Italian style at night, like no measurements. Just follow along.
That's how I
Nancy measurements, you know what I'm saying? All right, what else?
I believe we have a cheesecake crust.
Are we going to do that cheesecake crust? Potentially, yeah. I still need to work on it. That's going to be a little later in the year because I still need to perfect it a little bit. But that's an almond crust. So we do use nuts. We are nuts here. This we different nut. But not everything we use does nuts. Like our breads and these bagels. There's not a nut in it. Our pretzel bag, there's no nuts in it. Coconut vinegar.
But you could use your own vinegar. You don't have to use coconut
easily
vinegar.
use apple cider vinegar. We just don't use it because Steve sometimes reacts to it.
Okay, so our not cornbread flour.
Are we going to do those?
Yeah.
All right.
Our pretzel dough flour.
Yes.
And our wonton wrappers.
The wonton wrappers. I'd like those to be very high on the list. I'm going to vote for those to be like sooner than later because I want you to make me wonton soup again.
Okay. Be aware, the wontons do take a bit of time.
It's labor intensive.
They are worth it.
But let me tell you, they're delicious, and that's the whole idea here because all we do is delicious. Delicious is what we do. We might do fun too. All right, we've been on for like a half hour, and these are almost ready. So I think that we're going to say that we're going to take our rice and we're going to plop it on. We're going to pop one of those on the plate. We're going to plate everything and just the YouTube video. Maybe we'll let it play a little bit longer. We'll get a couple other things.
Okay.
If you're live with us, please go check out our Patreon. We're going to be here again next Monday. We really want to do this on TikTok, but we need your help for that. So go to TikTok and follow my name, Anthony Locascio, and help us get to 1,000 followers. Because once we get to 1,000 followers,
we can go live on TikTok.
We can go live on the Tickety, and I would really like to go live on the Tickety.
Yeah.
Okay? Thank you, everybody, for being here for the first Cook With Us. Hashtag Cook With Us. If you do
Monday night dinner.
If you do Cook With Us, hashtag it. If you want to join the Patreon before next week, we will give you out. You'll start with the shopping list, and directions for the cook
All
for
the
next
things.
Monday.
Hashtag all the things.
Do we know what we're making next Monday yet?
Yes.
What are we
Chicken-
making?
No, pork tenderloin.
Ooh. All right, that sounds like good.
With
So,
roasted potatoes and
Oh.
steamed carrots.
that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
That's all we do.
Yeah.
All right, see you next time.
Okay, bye everyone.